Welcome back. Thanks for your patience and support as a result of President Trump's efforts. TikTok is back in the US. You can continue to create, share, and discover all the things you love on TikTok. Way to go, Trump. Who could have possibly imagined this would be how it turned out? Ironically, Trump's now in office and TikTok gets banned, but don't worry, Trump's here to save the day. Oh, I can't take this country serious. But anyway, TikTok's back. That's cool, and I love that. I kind of wanted to talk about two different things because I saw a lot during the upcoming fear of TikTok being banned. And so the one is to anyone who does not create or is not a creative in social media spaces, you have to have a little more sympathy for those who are creatives, for those who have monetized their social media into a business. It's a big deal when something like TikTok gets taken down because a lot of people made a business out of it. TikTok opened doors for so many people. Being a content creator used to be very rare until TikTok. TikTok made it to where average people like you and I can have a chance at a little bit of extra money for one, or just getting our lives out there where back a couple years ago it was very hard to do that. TikTok made it so anybody could get that same opportunity, and that is extremely important. Now, when I was going on like Facebook it's legendary for having so many haters, and it's because Facebook is literally the one place for everybody you grew up with to kind of congregate and just post their, I don't mean to say this in like a mean way, but their average life, and to try and make it look like they're doing better than the next person that they grew up with. That's all it's for. And then it's also for like just keeping up with your family and stuff. But aside from that, it's that one like very icky platform where it's just like this war against people you grew up with, of who got pregnant now and who got their first home and who's doing this, and it to them it depicts who's making it in life. And when you express that you're trying to be a creative and a content creator, people on Facebook are the first ones to shoot you down because it's people you grew up with who are either too scared to try it themselves or just think you're cringe for trying. And it's a horrible thing. So, long story short, over the past few days as TikTok was coming to its little end, everybody on Facebook, people who are not creatives, were posting things like, oh, now you guys can go get a real job. Get off of social media. You're on your phone too much. You guys are boo-hooing over an app. Be for real. That little app that you don't think is so serious paid for so many bills for people, helped people grow a business that they probably wouldn't have without TikTok, grow followings that they never thought they would reach. TikTok was and it is a big deal for many people. So for you, someone who didn't leverage on TikTok, to take that away from people and make people feel like shit because they're actually upset that this might have vanished, like, shame on you for putting people down for that. It takes a lot to grow on social media. I have been on social media for almost 10 years where I was trying to monetize and grow an audience, and it didn't really start popping off until like year 6. Do you know how many people give up by then because they think, oh, it's just not going to happen? It takes a lot to be consistent and to grow a following of people who genuinely like to see you every day, keep up with your life. It takes a lot. So that's the one thing I wanted to say. The other thing I wanted to say is, although TikTok is back, I love that. That's amazing. But let's use the little ban that did happen for a whopping 24 hours before, Trump saved the day. Let's use that as an example as to why it is so important to leverage your platforms. Never put your eggs in one basket, because at any moment, TikTok proved it, your account can get taken away from you in seconds. So it is extremely important to diversify your audience and bring them everywhere, all over the internet with you. Now, I did this way before the little TikTok ban was even a conversation. I started growing on TikTok in 2020-ish, yeah. Around 2020 when a lot of people did because nobody was really working. And shortly after that, I started realizing how easily it was for people's accounts individually to get banned because TikTok is very sensitive. And because my niche is about being transgender, that's a very touchy subject. So I knew my account would always be at risk on TikTok. So when I was at about 40,000 followers on TikTok, I knew that was my opportunity to leverage elsewhere on other platforms that are not going to be as easy to ban, like YouTube, Instagram. And so I did that. And TikTok, I was actually able to grow up to almost 400,000 followers. And because of that growth from TikTok, I was also able to reach over 100,000 followers on Instagram. And I'm almost at 100,000 followers over here on YouTube. And if TikTok didn't happen, I can't really say if I would have the growth I have on all these other platforms. But it's because I leveraged and I saw opportunity. That's the biggest thing. When you see opportunity, you have to learn to see opportunity first. But when you see opportunity, take that opportunity and run with it. Thrive. Be that person that's annoying, posting everywhere saying, hey, follow me here, check out this, check out that, like, comment. There's a reason people do that. Because you have to be willing to sell yourself. You have to be willing to diversify and bring your audience everywhere you are. I'm at the point where now I kind of want to start Twitch because, again, I'm going to continue to diversify. Even though I have other platforms that are very secure, I still want to keep going because you just never know. You just never know. So I want everybody who was starting to worry and that was freaking out with valid reason, I want everyone to now use that as a learning lesson to not put all your eggs in one basket and to make audiences in all different platforms. Even if you're just creating the same stuff, the audiences can be different. I have a very specific audience on Instagram than I do on TikTok. But yeah, I actually have 2 videos today, this one, and then I have one coming out at 5 p.m. about my normal topics. If you are creative, don't let people shut you down for it. Don't be insecure about it. It takes a lot to do this, and that's why people who do stick with it become successful from it. Because the average person usually is too nervous to try it. There's a reason why there's only a small amount of people who actually end up succeeding with it. So just keep on going. Don't let people make you feel stupid or silly for creating your own business online. Don't let people tell you that social media is not a real job. Because if you really want to get in the nitty gritty, I'm not going to unless you guys in the comments ask me to. But the amount of money I can make in a 30-second video is more than I can make in a week at a 9 to 5. And I'm just going to leave that there. Until next time, I love y'all. Peace.